Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. Todd Chrisley has always made it clear that family comes first, and when it comes to his beloved mother Nanny Fay, he spares no effort to ensure her safety, comfort, and happiness. In a recent emotional and heartfelt reveal, Todd opened up about how the family navigated the complexities of social distancing, especially when it came to protecting Nanny Fay during uncertain times. His words sparked a strong reaction from fans who have followed their family journey through ups, downs, and everything in between. Known for her sass humor and unfiltered commentary, Nanny Fay has become a fan favorite on the family's hit reality show, and off-screen her relationship with her son Todd continues to capture hearts. Todd's fierce protectiveness over his mother has always been evident, but it took on a new level when the world was facing the pressures of staying safe while staying connected. The idea of keeping loved ones apart was heartbreaking, but for Todd the stakes were simply too high to take any chances. In his latest comments, Todd shared that the family implemented an extremely cautious approach when it came to seeing Nanny Fay in person. There were no shortcuts, no compromises, just a deep commitment to doing what was right to protect someone who means so much to them. The emotional toll of the distance was difficult, but for Todd, keeping Nanny Fay healthy was the top priority, and he made sure that every member of the family understood what was at stake. What made their situation even more emotionally complex was how close-knit the Chrisley family has always been. They're used to sharing everything from holidays to daily jokes and meals, and separating them physically felt unnatural. But Todd emphasized that love doesn't always mean being physically present. Sometimes it means staying away for the sake of someone else's well-being. With tears in his eyes and sincerity in his voice, Todd shared that the social distancing protocols were hard but necessary, and that his mother's strength and understanding through it all made him admire her even more. Fans were particularly moved by Todd's detailed description of how they adapted family traditions to stay connected in creative and loving ways. Virtual dinners, video calls, drive-by greetings, and surprise front porch deliveries became regular features of their new normal. While Nanny Fay missed hugging her grandchildren and spending long evenings with family, her spirits remained high, and her sense of humor never wavered. Something Todd credited as being a major reason the family was able to stay strong through it all. What touched many people was the way Todd turned the experience into a message of love, patience, and respect, especially for older family members who may be more vulnerable. The way he described every precaution, every thoughtful gesture, and every intentional act of care was a reminder of how deeply rooted the Chrisley family values are and how important it is to prioritize one another's safety, even when it means sacrificing time together. Todd also revealed that during the toughest moments of separation, he and Nanny Fay would talk daily, sometimes multiple times, just to check and laugh and keep each other grounded. Their bond has always been special, but facing this challenge only brought them closer in spirit. Their conversations were full of hope, humor, and a shared determination to get through the difficult period together, stronger and more united than ever. He described how Nanny Fay never once complained about the isolation or the changes to her routine. Instead, she embraced the adjustments with grace and resilience, giving Todd the peace of mind he needed to carry on, knowing she was not only safe but emotionally supported. Todd called her a warrior in every sense and praised her ability to inspire the family to stay positive and keep moving forward, even when it felt like the world had began to ease. Todd shared how cautiously and slowly they reintroduced in-person visits, always prioritizing Nanny Fay's comfort and following guidelines to the letter. He explained that even though the family was overjoyed to see each other again, they never took a single moment for granted. Every hug felt more meaningful, every shared laugh a little louder, and every simple meal together became a cherished event. The distance had made their bond even stronger and more appreciated. Todd's reflections also included a broader message for his fans and followers, urging them to consider their own family dynamics and the ways they could show love through caution and responsibility. He made it clear that protecting loved ones, especially those who are more vulnerable, isn't about fear, but about respect and commitment in true Todd fashion. His words were full of warmth, honesty, and a desire to connect with others who might be facing similar challenges in caring for aging parents or grandparents. The emotional weight of Todd's words didn't go unnoticed. Fans flooded social media with messages of support and shared their own stories of social distancing heartbreaks and reunions. Many expressed admiration for how the Chrisleys turned a difficult time into an opportunity to reinforce their family values and show the world what love looks like even when it's shown from a distance. Todd's openness continues to resonate not only because of his platform, but because of the genuine care that radiates through everything he says about his family. In a time when many people are seeking comfort and understanding, his honesty about the struggles and triumphs of keeping Nanny Fay safe has become a source of hope and inspiration to many. As things continue to evolve, Todd remains committed to protecting Nanny Fay and putting her well-being first. The experience has deepened his perspective and strengthened his gratitude for the time they share, whether face-to-face or through a screen. Todd and Nanny Fay's bond remains unshakable, and their story continues to remind people everywhere of the power of love in action. What began as a period of uncertainty became a chapter of resilience for the Chrisley family, and especially for Todd and his beloved mother. Through all the challenges, Todd Chrisley's unwavering devotion to Nanny Fay has stood out as a beautiful example of what it means to cherish and protect those we love no matter the distance. Todd Chrisley reveals extreme safety measures for Nanny Fay. Todd Chrisley has always worn his heart on his sleeve, especially when it comes to family. His deep devotion to his mother, Nanny Fay, has been a cornerstone of both his personal life and the reality show that made the Chrisley family household names. At love and loyalty reached a new height when Todd recently opened up about the extreme safety measures he implemented to protect Nanny Fay during one of the most challenging and uncertain periods their family has faced. As the world faced unfamiliar dangers, Todd found himself in the center of emotional turmoil, torn between wanting to be close to his mother and knowing that distance was the safest choice. It wasn't just about following general health guidelines for Todd. It became a mission, a commitment, and a moral responsibility to go above and beyond to protect the woman who helped shape the man he is today. He didn't see it as being cautious, he saw it as being caring, prepared, and willing to do anything necessary to ensure Nanny Fay's well-being. Todd made the decision early on to implement extreme protective protocols, measures that left no room for error and allowed no shortcuts. From rigorous sanitization routines to zero-contact drop-offs, every detail of their lives was reevaluated to keep Nanny Fay safe. Daily phone check-ins replaced hugs, driveway waves replaced shared dinners. But even through the physical separation, the emotional connection never wavered. In fact, it grew stronger, strengthened by love, concern, and a deep understanding that protecting each other sometimes means details. Todd didn't sugarcoat the emotional toll it took on him or the rest of the family. It was painful, it was frustrating. There were days filled with longing and quiet worry. But as he explained, each of those difficult moments was worth it when he saw Nanny Fay's smile, heard her voice, or simply knew she was healthy and in good spirits. Her resilience became the family's motivation, and her courage reminded everyone what really mattered. Todd described how the family restructured their routines around Nanny Fay's safety. Grocery deliveries were disinfected before being brought near her door. Handles, light switches, remotes, and even cell phones were regularly sanitized with the precision of a surgical team. No one entered her space without being cleared and monitored. Todd personally oversaw these protocols, ensuring no corners were cut and no risks were taken lightly. He also revealed how much Nanny Fay herself played a role in keeping up with these measures. Far from resisting the changes, she embraced them with humor and determination. The matriarch, who is often the source of comic relief, showed a strength and adaptability that even surprised her family. Her playful banter never faded, and her positive attitude helped lighten the heavy reality of isolation. She would often joke about her castle-like quarantine, but beneath the laughter was a firm resolve to stay healthy and see her family again in person when the time was right. Todd's dedication didn't stop with physical safety. Emotional support was just as important, and he ensured Nanny Fay never felt alone. Video calls became a lifeline. A typical day would include multiple FaceTime chats with family members, updates from the grandkids, and even virtual games to keep her engaged and entertained. Todd said he sometimes just kept the video call running while they went about their day so Nanny Fay could feel like she was part of the family's activities, even from a distance. He also leaned heavily on technology to monitor her well-being from afar, installing smart devices that allowed her to communicate quickly with family members if she needed anything. Todd's approach was a blend of old-fashioned love and modern-day innovation, and it worked perfectly for their close-knit family. He credited the plan's success to teamwork, consistency, and a shared understanding that keeping Nanny Fay safe meant everything. As weeks turned into months, the family adjusted. They missed holidays, missed birthdays, missed spontaneous moments of joy, but they knew what they were doing was important and necessary. Todd called it the ultimate act of love, making the hard choice because it was the right one. He often reminded fans that love doesn't always look like hugs and kisses. Sometimes it looks like masks, hand sanitizer, and fans react to super safe social distancing for Nanny Fay. When Todd Chrisley revealed the extreme and super safe social distancing measures he took to protect his beloved mother, Nanny Fay, fans were quick to respond with overwhelming support, love, and admiration. The Chrisley family has always shared their lives openly with viewers who feel like extended family, and when it came to keeping Nanny Fay safe during uncertain times, their actions struck a deep emotional chord across social media and beyond. Todd explained how he and the family put Nanny Fay's health and safety above all else, enforcing strict precautions that included isolating from her physically even when their hearts were breaking to be near her. Fans who have grown to adore Nanny Fay's quick-wit sass and endearing honesty were touched by the seriousness with which the family approached her well-being. In a world where too many take such risks lightly, the Chrisleys made a bold and loving choice to go above and beyond, and people noticed. The responses poured in, with fans expressing their gratitude to Todd for being so transparent about the difficult decisions that had to be made. Many said they felt less alone in their own struggles to protect aging loved ones during the same time. Others shared stories of how they too were forced to wave through windows or celebrate holidays on video calls because they couldn't risk the health of grandparents or parents. The Chrisley family's commitment became a reflection of what so many were feeling and trying to do in their own lives.